Hello, my name is David Lindsay and I'm from the VIP sales team here at Watches of Switzerland.
Hello, my name is Ben Roger. I'm also from the VIP sales team here at Watches of Switzerland.
And today, Ben, we will be talking about Bovet.
Fantastic.
Bovet, I think they've got one of the most interesting histories out of all the brands that we probably carry at Watches of Switzerland. So back in 1797, it was Edward Bovet who was born in a little place called Le Fleurier in Switzerland. And he had two brothers, and then his father got them into watchmaking. And then it was in 1814 that they came over to the UK, to Britain, to develop their craft of watchmaking. And they started to work for a company called Ilbery and Magnac here in London. But the interesting part is when he was 25 years old, at that time, England was quite a hotbed for watchmaking. And he went over to China with 4 pocket watches, and he sold those pocket watches. And I think the modern day equivalents, if I remember rightly,
I think it's now 1.4 million.
So four pocket watches in at that time for an equivalent of 1.4 million. So obviously he did particularly well. Obviously came back to the UK, and Bovet then developed watches for the Chinese market to the point whereby in China the word Bovet became a noun for a watch. So someone could have a different brand of watch on, but they'd say, "Oh, I like your Bovet," even if it wasn't a Bovet.
Yeah, so like Hoover for vacuuming and
exactly, yes.
Okay.
In terms of you talk about you get the Hoover out, even though it's a vacuum, because the brand name was stronger than the actual. And then obviously in later years. There's a chap called Pascal Raffi, I believe, who took over the company.
It was
the company.
He actually retired at 36 from a pharmaceutical company.
Okay.
He was the CEO of that. That's the dream, isn't it? 36, and because he retired so young, he was always looking for new investment opportunities or what was there out there, and he was a massive watch enthusiast already. The investment banker said to him, "I've got something quite interesting for you if you want to have a look." And what he actually done was he done a blind field test of 3 different watches. One was a Bovet and the other 2. And after the touch test, he says, "Yeah, there's something different about this." He could feel that, the crown was at 12 o'clock, it wasn't at 3 o'clock. And he said, "Yeah, that's really cool." Then the investor says, "This company is open to investment." So in 2001, he bought out Bovet, is now their current owner. And then what he'd done from then was he bought some dial manufacturers, some movement manufacturers, and brought everything back in-house.
So they're a proper manufacturer of watches.
Proper manufacturer, and they do say everything they do is Swiss handcrafted.
Perfect.
And that way, so a really cool story from Pascal. He's still currently the CEO of the business at the moment.
Tell me about that piece that you've got there, because I think they only make about 800 watches globally a year, don't they, this company? So very select few.
They do, and about a third of the watches that they make are one of a kind, they're made to order.
Okay.
Because they do some customizable pieces. So this is one of the Bovet Fleury collections, back to the heritage. Now this watch here, very interestingly, has 2 dials. So the first dial we've got is this blue Gilioche dial with serpentine hands, which have this wave effect on them, and a small second down at 6 o'clock. Now if we turn the watch over, you see we reveal a skeletonized dial with a small dial at 12 o'clock showing the time. We have a tri-second hand down at 6 o'clock, and we also have a power reserve indicator over here at 9 o'clock. The very interesting with these watches, they have something called the Amadeo system, which is patented by Bovet, which essentially is we can make this watch into 3 different watches. Now I'll demonstrate how we do that as well. So what we do is at the top of the case, we push in these 2 buttons, and that releases the top of the clasp. Now on the side of the blue dial, there's a little lip at 12 o'clock. What we do is we pull that lip down almost at the back of a pocket watch. Yeah. That we do. If we pull that back to about 45 degrees, it releases the bottom of the clasp. Now from here, we can use it as a desk clock. Yeah. The watch also comes with a chain, which goes in at 12 o'clock here, so you can use it as a pocket watch.
Yes.
And the pocket watch, of course, can be used with either dial. The table clock can only be used with the skeletonized.
Okay, so you could probably really, I mean, looking at it now, that's more of a daytime potentially. That's your daytime side, and then you've got the dress with the beautiful guilloche blue dial for the evening.
For the evening, absolutely. And again, to put the watch back together, it is just the opposite of what we've done. The bottom of the strap fits in, the back of the watch closes over, and then we slide the top back in there. So that's us now on the skeletonized side compared to the blue guilloche style.
Very good. I mean, same system we have here, which is in the Miss Audrey collection.
Okay.
So Audrey was the name of Pascal Raffi's daughter. So you have the hands of the dial, which have actually got a heart. So every hour, when the hands meet, you will then see a heart which comes onto the dial of the watch. And interestingly, and this is called sweet art, because all girls like confectionery, well, boys and girls like confectionery. So what he has done here, he has created sugar on the dial of the watch and treated the sugar so that obviously it wouldn't melt in direct sunlight. So you've got this beautiful green, I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful green timepiece, which also has the same system. So just by releasing this like so, can take that off and then pull the flip down, clasp down. And then this also becomes a little desktop clock, or alternatively, you can have that as a pendant as well, notwithstanding the fact that it also, it becomes a very handy, beautiful timepiece. As you can see here, you've got diamonds encrusted around the bezel of the watch, and also on the beautiful ornate lug here as well also. So yeah, some really beautiful timepieces, and the attention to detail is the thing here, because obviously when we look closely at the skeletonized dial here on there, and also on the guilloche, everything's done by hand on site in the Bovet castle. So yeah, a beautiful couple of pieces. Thank you.
If you'd like more information on Bovet timepieces, please contact your nearest Watches of Switzerland showroom.